question? Come here. Ariel? Quickly. Did you bump your head?
Yeah, I slipped while we were playing Bridge Bulldog, and I hit the wood.
On what part of the wood?
Right here.
Around the playground.
Yeah, are you okay?
Yeah.
You sure? Who was with you when that happened?
Liviana, basically everybody.
No, but I mean, like, what teacher was with you?
Mr. Larson.
Did he text your parents, let you know you bumped your head?
No.
Okay, we're gonna do that, because whenever you bump your head, you gotta tell parents, okay?
Okay.
But, is there a bump or anything on your head?
I don't know.
Come here, let me see. Where's it at?
Right here.
I don't feel anything. Is it still hurting?
Yeah.
Can you see okay?
Yeah.
No blurred vision?
No.
Do you have a headache?
No.
No? Okay. I'm gonna have Mrs. Carr just let your family know, okay? Hey guys, no, it's just our school policy. Anytime you bump your head, no matter what, even if you're fine, most of the time we bump our heads and we're okay. But we still let parents know just so they can watch, because it is your head. So.
I got a question on
Let's just bring helmets to school.
Yeah. I'll bring my dirt bike helmet.
Oh God.
I'm gonna zoom in. Play football.
Okay. 6th grade, go ahead and get your books open to page 48 and 49 like I asked. Your creative writing books. And I want you to begin reading in that peach box while I make this phone call to Mrs. Carr, the office. Go ahead and start reading, please. Yes, Ariel? Yes, you may, quickly. Cameron, not right now. Put it. Not right now. Be ready for your spelling test tomorrow. And then you're doing page 12 in your cursive. So I don't know if you want to write that down real quickly so you know what's going on.
It just got brighter. My
should be talking right now. Just wait patiently, please, guys. Adam, did you continue to talk after I said no one should be talking? You weren't just talking? Were you talking? No? Who was just talking when I was turned around after I said that? Adam? Adam, let me ask you again. Were you just talking? Okay, that's 5 minutes. I should give you more than that for not being honest. Gavin, yours for tonight, okay? And then if you want to write that down on your homework sheet before you go. And this. Okay, page 48. Gavin, you ready? Whenever you're ready, head out that way. Tristan, go ahead and put that mask on for now, please. Come here. Why does it stink bad?
I got dirt on it.
How did you get dirt on it?
It fell.
Okay, let's keep it on so it doesn't fall. Tristan, and no, I'm not going to send Cameron, Tristan. Viviana and Olive, can you do me a favor? Can you run to the office and grab him another mask, please? Maybe grab a couple for Mrs. Carr. Okay. All right, everyone else on page 48 in your writing books. Okay. Creative and writing. You notice it doesn't say creative writing. It says creative and writing. Everyone's eyes should be on the yellow box now, focusing in on this box. Adam, go ahead and read for us, please. No, hold on. Nice and loud so we can all hear.
Have you ever stared at a blank sheet of paper and thought, I can't think of anything to write about? This is exactly where you began the creating stage of your writing. The creating stages are left letting yourself the ideas on a subject. Now that you are trying to be use of all your senses to be more observant of details. You have many more resources from which to get ideas.
Okay, go ahead and pause there. I'm going to reread that so everyone can hear. When we read, we need to be nice and loud, okay? Have you ever stared at a blank sheet of paper and thought, I can't think of anything to write about, okay? You guys probably haven't done a ton of writing assignments, but that's starting to change now that you're in 6th grade and you're going into junior high. When you go into junior high and high school, you're going to have a lot more writing assignments. You're going to be doing book reports and reports on history subjects and research papers and things of that nature. Cameron, it's very important that we know how to do it correctly and that we're being creative as we're writing. So if you've ever had to write a paper, has anyone in here ever had to write a paper already? Okay, a few of you. Okay, good. It means you've done it. Cameron, go ahead and put that away. Tuck your chair in. Eyes up here, okay? There is nothing worse than knowing an assignment is due and sitting there and staring at a blank sheet of paper going, I don't know what to write. Some of you did that the other day when I said, it's very simple. You just have to tell me about a memory of yours. And some of you froze and you didn't know what to tell me, okay? And that scared me a little bit because something that should be the easiest to write about is something that is a really good memory of ours, right? Something that happened that we enjoyed, a memory of a holiday, a memory of a vacation. That should be the easiest to write about because it's exciting and we love it. We love that memory and it's something that's very vivid in our brains, okay? But if you've ever looked at a sheet of paper and gone, I don't know what to write, I can tell you right now, that process, it never goes away. When you guys get jobs, you're going to have things that come up where you're going to have to do projects like that. Right now, I am working on starting a huge 70 to 80 page report that I have to write about our school for our accreditation. And that's a little intimidating, having to come up with 80 pages to write, right? And making sure that I'm doing it exactly the way they want me to do it, okay? So when you have that moment where you're just staring and you're a little overwhelmed, that's okay, okay? It says this is the exact point where you begin the creating stage of your writing. The creating stage is for letting yourself get ideas on a subject. Now that you are trying to use all of your senses to be more observant of details, you have many more resources from which to get ideas. Thank you, ladies. Use all of your resources, your observations, your memories, your imaginations, your experiences, your dreams, books, and facts that you have learned to jot down all that comes to you about a topic. Okay? It says here, your hesitation will disappear as soon as you begin to get something down on paper. Do not stop to ponder if the idea is good or important, if it is expressed in a complete thought, or even if it is spelled correctly. You will ponder that later. Quickly as you can, write as quickly as you can using single words and short phrases. You will soon discover something to say. Okay? So I want you guys to know we are going to start something in this class, and it's going to be a class journal. Now for this class journal, it's not going to be a journal that just you keep. I am going to make one book that becomes our class journal. At the end of the year, it will have a compilation of different students' writings in this book, okay? So you may not put every single thing that you write in this class in this book. It may be that when your papers are turned into me, I might read through them and I may pick one or two and I'm going to enter that into the journal. So as we go, I'm going to be pulling different people's writings, different students' writings, and we're going to be putting it into our class journal. At the end, we'll have one complete journal of our class writings here in 6th grade, okay? So when we have these journal assignments, if I assign a journal assignment, first and foremost, I want you to use nice notebook paper. Everyone pull out a sheet of nice notebook paper. Okay, now this is nice notebook paper, and I want to show you one thing. Hold on, actually again. I want to show you one thing, okay? When you pull out paper for your journal, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see ripped pages, because if the page is ripped, then can I enter it into our journal? No, okay? The other thing is I don't want to see some of the pages that were turned into me last time with our short little story. They had they're all bent up in places. I think one person actually bent it all completely on the side like that and turned it in. And then I had one that looked like their dog bit off the end of it and it was ripped like that at the bottom, okay? Whatever we do, we want to be professional, right? Would you ever turn this in to a boss if you're trying to get a job? No. No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't get the job if you did, I'll be honest with you. They would look at that and go, I'm not hiring that person. That person's sloppy. That person's lazy. That person doesn't know how to work hard. They can tell all that by you by this sheet of paper. Isn't that amazing? Someone who is particular, someone who takes their time, someone who works hard, someone who wants to do their best is going to be someone who cares about how things appear, how things look. Okay? So I want your paper to be nice. Okay? In all of your journal writings, you're always going to write your name right here on this top line. Not up here in the box, right here on this top line. Every writing that you do, I want you to write every other line. Does that make sense? I want you to skip a line, and here's why. Because there may be some writings where I will go, once you turn them in, and I will proofread them. I will turn it back to you, and then you will go in and you will make those corrections on another sheet of paper so it's nice and perfected the second time around, okay? So the rough draft will be every other line. That way I can go in and easily make those proofreading marks in between the lines, okay? So 1, the paper needs to look nice, not ripped out, not torn, not folded. 2, it needs to have your name on it in the upper right-hand corner. 3, it needs to be every other line. Does everyone understand? Okay. So let's look and see what it says here. This is a little practice. It says, try it. Pretend that you have been asked to write a description of your bedroom. Think for a while and then quickly make a list of random thoughts that come to you. Use all of your senses. Use your memory. Okay, pillow fights. Use your impressions. What was your first impression of your room? Is it homey? See what you can come up with in 5 minutes. Okay? So in this section, you're not writing a story. It doesn't tell you to write a story. It tells you to write a list of the things that you think about when you think of your bedroom. Okay? Descriptions. In my bedroom, I might put gray and white. Soft, farmhouse style. I have a farmhouse style in my bedroom. Cozy, comfy, decorated. So it just depends on your bedroom. Okay, it depends on what you have there. But you are going to make a list. Okay, whenever we're trying to come up with ideas of what to write, we come up with a list of ideas first, and then we take it and we put that into a form of sentences and then into paragraphs. Okay, for example, I have been asked occasionally to speak, maybe at like a baby shower, give a Bible devotion. The very first thing that I do when I'm asked to speak is I think, first of all, I ask the Lord for help. And I pray and ask Him to give me the words that He would want me to say. But then I take a list of things, main points that I might want to talk about. And I ponder over those. And then I take those lists and I think, can I alliterate them? Can I make them all go together? And then I add the details in there. And then I go back and I add verses and I add maybe some illustrations. But I start with the nuts and bolts, okay? So that's what they want you to do here. They want you to write the nuts and bolts, just the description of your bedroom. You're not writing sentences, just words, okay? So go ahead and start that. You have all of page 48, and then you have some more lines on page 49. You can do that. Yes, sir.
So we're telling what we have in our room?
Yes. You are giving me a list of descriptions of your bedroom. Yes.
Which paper?
You're writing that in your book, okay? It says right there, we just read the instructions. Pretend that you have been asked to write a description of your bedroom. Think for a while and then quickly make a list below of the random thoughts that come to you. Use all your senses. Use your memory, okay? Maybe you've had pillow fights in there. Maybe you've had sleepovers. Maybe you spilled chicken nuggets all over your bed. I don't know. Use your memory. Use your impressions. How does it feel? See what you can come up with in 5 minutes, and I will give you 5 minutes. You're writing your list on the book. You need to follow instructions and listen. The piece of paper is not for this part. Keep going. You have 2 full pages of lines. Think of as many as you can. Use your senses. What?
How do you spell white?
W-H-I-T-E. You're not writing sentences, just a list. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it smell like? Go ahead and take your hood off now that you don't have your ice pack on. Okay. What color is it? What memories do you have? I have a vivid memory of my bedroom when I was a little girl. I had a bed that had a canopy over it. Have you guys ever seen those beds that have the canopies? And when I was a little girl, I used to pretend like my bed was a boat. And I used to pretend all the time that I was like a princess on a boat, and then my brother would come in, and all of a sudden we were pirates on a boat, and the carpet was lava. So I have very vivid memories of my bedroom when I was a little girl. From those memories that we had, the fun memories that we shared. Okay, that was 5 minutes. So hopefully you came up with some good descriptive words to put on your page. Now, it says in your journal, which is going to be on this piece of paper, it says in your journal, put your ideas into complete sentences and arrange them in a logical, interesting way. Voila! You have written a descriptive paragraph, okay? Now, what does it mean by a descriptive paragraph? Okay, it means you're writing a paragraph that describes something, right? So don't get overwhelmed when you see those words, descriptive paragraph. Now you're going to take those descriptions that you just wrote about your bedroom, and you're going to think, how can I put this in a good, interesting paragraph, okay? Now remember, a good paragraph is made up of at least 3 to 4 good sentences, okay? The key here, boys and girls, good sentences. Okay? Remember that a good sentence, it has to first and foremost be a sentence, right? So we've been talking about sentences. Let's review a little bit. A sentence is a group of words that expresses a what? Complete thought. It has to make sense all by itself. Okay? If I said, when the snow was falling down, is that a complete thought? No. And yet some of you on the last paragraph that you wrote me, you started your sentences like that, when the, and then you didn't finish it. Okay? You can put a period there and finish it in the next group of words, but that's not a complete thought. Wherever you put the period, that's where your sentence ends. So you need to look, Emmeline, at the capital letter and where that period is, and you need to read that group of words all by itself. That's how you check your sentences. Some of you boys, specifically, I think that you just keep reading right past those end marks, and you go, yeah, that makes sense. But you have to isolate, okay? If I have a paragraph, I don't read the whole paragraph to check for complete sentences. I read where my capital letter starts and where my end mark is. And I look at that just all by itself. I don't look at the rest of the sentences behind it. I look at that. And I look, does it make complete sense all by itself? If none of the other writing was there, would that make sense? Does it have a capital letter? Does it have an end mark? Does it have a subject and a verb? Okay, so we have to know the basics of how to structure a complete sentence before we can write a paragraph, right? And then another common problem that I saw in the last assignment that you guys turned into me is I saw a lot of run-ons. We had a paragraph that was one ginormous sentence. Remember, the only way we can join sentences together, there are only two ways. Who can tell me what they are? Shane. And? Good. Comma and a conjunction and a semicolon. Those are the only ways that I can properly join two sentences together. So if you have a paragraph, Adam, and you have da 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 comma, da 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 comma, da 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 comma, you don't have 3 to 4 good sentences. You have one incorrect run together sentence. Does that make sense? So if you're going to join sentences together, you need to make sure you're doing it with a semicolon or with a comma and a conjunction. Now, some of you didn't connect yours with commas. Some of you connected them with conjunctions. We went to the store, and then we went to the mountains, and then Dad said, so we went and bought this. You joined them with and so, and you did not have a comma in front of it, okay? So you had a run-on sentence that way. And remember that we don't want to have, when we're joining compound sentences, every now and then you can have a compound sentence that has 3. But really, if you get beyond that, it's going to really just be 2 run-on, even if you're joining it with this, right? So once you get like beyond 2 sentences that you've joined, it's better just to end it, start a new sentence, okay? When we do that, remember we have to have the end mark and then a capital letter, okay? So make sure when you're writing your paragraph that we were writing 3 to 4 correct, accurate sentences. I would rather see 3 or 4 choppier sentences right now than 5 or 6 all run together long wordy sentences, okay? Because if we could start with the basics and get that accurate, then we can build upon it, okay? So make sure that you're being very careful when you're writing your sentences. The other thing that I want to teach you is whenever we are writing a paragraph, we always do something to the very first word of the paragraph. Does anyone know what that is? Emmeline. Very good, Emmeline. Come get a ticket. It's called an indent. How many of you actually already knew that? You just forgot. It's called an indent. Okay, good. So whenever you start your paragraph, there you go. Say, here's my paper. Write my name here. I'm starting my first paragraph. I am going to put a little space. And then I'm going to start my paragraph. My favorite part of my bedroom is yada, yada, yada. Okay, don't forget to skip lines. When I go down to the next line, I'm not going to indent. I'm going to start right on that red line. Okay? Now, if I were to do 2 paragraphs, let's say I end this paragraph with 3 to 4 good sentences, and now I was going to start a new paragraph, then I would do the same thing. I would indent again for the start of that second paragraph. Okay? Does everyone understand what this means to indent, to move our first word over a little bit? Okay, good. On that piece of paper then, take those details that you just wrote about your bedroom and write me 3 to 4 good sentences about your bedroom. This is called a descriptive paragraph because you are writing a paragraph that is giving a good description about your bedroom. Okay? If you have questions, you may raise your hand. You may begin.
So we're doing it?
Yes, you're doing it. So now you're taking the descriptions you wrote here, because remember, this shouldn't have been sentences. This should have just been descriptions. White, blue, cozy, big bed, pillow fights. You weren't writing sentences here. You were writing words. You were writing descriptions. Now you're taking that list. Okay, remember, a list is not a sentence or a paragraph. It's a list. It's items, right? So now you're taking that list. Did you write a list here or did you write sentences? Okay, so gotta follow instructions, okay? Listen very carefully. And then we're going to take the list that we wrote here, so you need to erase that and correct it and write a list. You're going to take that list and you're going to write a paragraph now with 3 to 4 good sentences. Always important to follow instructions. Now, are you going to get 3 to 4 good sentences with just 2 things on your list here? No. So you got to think about more things about your bedroom, okay? Do you have a memory in there, something fun you did? Maybe the way your bed feels, maybe is it warm in the mornings when you wake up? Is it cold at night? I mean, do you have windows? Is it bright in the morning? Is it dark? Write some good descriptions of your room and then tell me about it. Oh, by the way, guys, when you're writing, you'll see that on this side of your page, you have this dark red line, right? On this side, you guys see this light, faint red line? I don't want you writing past that for your paragraph. You can write your name past that, but when you're writing like a paragraph or anything, you don't go past that line. That's the guide that keeps us right in the center, okay? So once you get to that red line, that's when you go to the next line after that, okay? So it's a little bit more faint, but make sure you don't go past that red line. You're doing it on a piece of paper. Here, you were supposed to write a list. This was just continuing on, describing your room, and now you're taking that list and you're going to write a 3 to 4 sentence paragraph about it. Cameron? Hey Johnny, can you hear me now? Go ahead and comment if you can hear me. I didn't see you on here earlier, so I turned my microphone off. We are on our creative writing page 48 and 49. And we are working on writing a good paragraph about our bedrooms. So, on page 48 and 49, you were supposed to write a list of just some different things that you think of when you think of your bedroom. And then you are writing on a piece of paper a paragraph, and I'll show you what I did on mine. So you're just writing one paragraph, indent that first line about your bedroom. This is the paragraph that I wrote. I can't wait to go to my bedroom at the end of each day. It is so cozy and comfortable. I have a soft blanket and soft pillows, and sometimes it is hard to get up in the mornings. If it were not for the sunlight peeping through the large windows, I would stay in bed all day long. Okay? So I just wrote one paragraph that I took from those descriptions that I wrote about my bedroom, and I put it into paragraph form. Now Gianni, once you do that, you're going to write your name in this right-hand corner. We're skipping every other line. Once again, make sure you indent that first line. Make sure you use complete sentences. And you're going to turn this into me. We are creating a class journal. It's going to be a compilation of all of our writings. If you are all done, go ahead and raise your hand. Did that really happen? Okay, so Shane finished his paragraph, and I will read it, and maybe it'll help some of you that are struggling. You'll notice that he formatted his correctly. Okay, he has it within these two red lines. He's indented his first line. He's used complete sentences using periods or, in a couple cases, a semicolon. But here's what he wrote. My favorite part about my bedroom is my bed. It's warm and comfortable. It has a big, fluffy, soft blanket for the winter. One time I made dino chicken nuggets and went to my bed. When I got to the bed, I tripped and spilt my dino chicken nuggets all over the floor, all over my bed. I was sad at first, but I cleaned it up and ate them. I didn't have my big red blanket on, so I was lucky. The end. Okay? So, good job, Shane. That's exactly what I'm looking for, okay? Anyone else finished? Okay, I'll give you guys a few more minutes. Gianni, can you hear me now? How do you spell what? Cousins. Cousins. Ariel, good job. Good job so far, Olive. Make sure you're using your best handwriting. Remember, we're going to be putting these into your journal.
I accidentally put them all together.
Let me see what you got so far. Good. Capitalize the word I. That's your I, right? Capitalize that way. I. in my room, my walls are white. Okay, now you're writing a paragraph. So when you're writing a paragraph, we don't have all the space and go to the next line. This would need to be right here. And that needs to be a capital M because you have a period there. My fan in my room is modern. I have LED lights in my room. So you're doing fine. You're writing good sentences. Just we're putting it in paragraph form. So we want to keep writing until we get to this red line, and then we go to the next line. Okay? Even if you haven't finished your sentence. So you might have my fan in my room is modern, period. Okay?
So just erase that. Add that erase or cross it out.
Yeah. Just put one line through it. Then start it again right here. And then whenever you run out of room, just start it here, okay? You're probably going to have to cross that one out too. Yes, sir.
If we don't finish a sentence on one line, can we just keep on going?
Yes. If you don't finish the sentence on one line, you just go to the next line. It's just like a story. When you're reading a story in a book, guys, remember if you're going on to the next the next line of the sentence, you just go to the next line when you run out of space. Read this to me. My room is red and blue, B-L-U-E. Go ahead and fix it. Okay, and then I have a Xbox One. And then this says in my room is it's cold in the morning. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite that. I want to show you the correct form, okay? And then I want you to copy it onto another sheet of paper. So because this is the end of a sentence, you don't need to have the word and here, okay? Just say I, which is okay because you had a comma and a conjunction, but we might as well just make it a separate sentence. I have an Xbox One in my room. It is cold in the mornings. Can you think of anything else that you could say about your room? Like one more sentence? Right now we have 1, 2. Actually I have 1, 2, 3. Can you think of one more? What is this word?
Oh, it was hot at night.
It's hot at night, okay. So you could say, I have a hard time going to sleep at night because it is hot in my room, or something like that, you know what I mean? Do you have a hard time sleeping at night when it's hot? Say, sometimes at night I have a hard time sleeping. When you're writing a story or a paragraph, you're basically just talking, right? You're telling me, like if you were going to tell me about your room, how would you say that to me? However you would say it, just write it on paper, right? You might be like, Mrs. Rule, sometimes at night I have a hard time sleeping because it's so hot. So just write it, right? Okay, Okay, so that's all I have to do. This is one paragraph, 4 sentences. I indented this one. You notice I did every other line. I put in my end marks and my capital letters, and I didn't go past this slight red line right here. Okay? So that's how you can take this now and on a different sheet of paper, just recopy it so it has the correct format, okay? Okay, I'm going to give you 30 more seconds to finish up. Those of you that are really thinking out too hard, too long, finalize your papers. Yes, ma'am? All done? If you're all done, you can raise your hand. I'll come collect yours. Make sure your name is on it. You finished?
Yeah.
There's no reason why I shouldn't. It's a good paragraph. Yes, it is. Oh, make sure we indent. Gotta erase that and start that over a little bit. Might have to just squish your letters so you don't have to erase the whole thing. You might just have to erase that and then write this smaller. Yeah, you can scoot this whole line over, but you might have to write a little bit smaller because you don't want to have to erase that whole thing. Always capitalize the word I. Always, always, always. Gianni, you should have volume now. Can you hear me? Finished? Finished? Okay. You're supposed to skip every other line. You wrote a sentence and then skipped a line. Should look like this. Okay? So you're going to have to get another sheet of paper out and you're going to have to fix that. Same thing for you, girly. You don't want to skip, you want to skip every other line every time. Okay? So not just like in between sentences. So my favorite part of my room is my big comfy bed. Okay, so I'll let you hold on to that and you'll have to recopy it. But it should look like this. Like that. Like that, okay? You're skipping every other line. Okay, any other paragraphs I haven't collected yet? Okay, if you are in the special group of spelling, go ahead and pull out your penmanship page. It's actually, you should already have it out because it's in your creative writing book. And you are going to be working on page 12. Page 12. Everyone else that's in the regular group, go ahead and close your books. And we're going to play Sparkle. This should have gone on that line right there. I will, because it is a little bit cold. Okay, so Landon, Tony, Cameron, Emmeline. Who am I missing? Tristan, make sure you are doing page 12 so you don't have any homework, okay? Like for you to get done in class, you are writing page 12 for your cursive today. Hey, everyone else in the other group, go ahead and stand. Okay, I will give you a word. Now, the way we are going to play today is sparkle whoever you want. The person who says sparkle gets to choose someone who gets out. Okay. We'll do that. Here we go. Asterisk. Sparkle. Who do you want out? Josiah. Poor Josiah. Okay, the next word is disastrous. Olive, we'll start with you. Nope. I will tell you this one time, but you gotta be paying attention. D-I-S-T. We did D-I-S-A-S-T. Nope. R. Nope. Adam's our winner. All right, let's play again. One more round. Everyone back up. Hannah, good job. You kind of won by default, but we'll take it. With what? Yes, I'm going to do one game with your group as well. Gets tickets. This one is for a cupcake. Okay, let's start with the word comprehensive. Nope, too late. To the next letter. Oh, poor Olive. Buoyancy. Nope. Liviana is our winner. Liviana, do you want a cupcake or tickets? Come on up. Okay. You guys pull out your creative writing book. Go to page 12. You guys have just a minute or two before lunch. Second group. Evelyn, Cameron, Tristan, and Tony. Let's all stand real quick. I'll give you guys a quick round of Sparkle. Ready? Tristan? Here we go. The word is connection. Who do you want out? Evelyn. Sorry, Evelyn. Hot off. Tristan. Constitution. Nope. 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 Tristan's our winner. Tristan, you want a cupcake or tickets? I'm going to give you 6. All right, we'll play one more round. You guys back up. Okay. The word is contagious. No. Who do you want out? Why do you guys always pick on Evelyn? Poor Evelyn. Sorry, Evelyn. Conversation. You're gonna reap what you sow. That's all I gotta say. Conversation. I can't tell you. No. You reap what you sow.
Oh.
He said R. Tony's our winner. All right, good job, guys. Make sure you're ready for that spelling test